Sawasdee krab. Thank you for joining us for the evening edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. I'm Surapan Lautaranarit. Rising rivers are putting northern and northeastern Thailand on high alert, triggering automatic cell phone warnings and prompting authorities to rehearse emergency evacuation plans. The Ministry of Interior is actively tracking water levels and stands ready to issue further emergency alerts if conditions worsen. Deputy Minister of Interior Jaset Thaiset said the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation is coordinating with the National Disaster Warning Center to provide timely updates. Emergency cell broadcast alerts have already gone out to districts along the Lao River in Chiang Rai province, as well as parts of Phayao. Officials are also closely watching the Mekong River, where waters continue to climb across the northeast. Provincial governors have instructed local officials to stay on high alert, supported by village public address systems. Meanwhile, at a cabinet meeting earlier today, Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul directed deputy prime ministers overseeing flood and drought management to closely monitor the regions. The administration has freed up about 100 million baht in additional emergency funding to assist affected areas. The Prime Minister further ordered agencies to prepare for potential droughts by ensuring adequate water storage for the early months of next year. The Cabinet is packing its bags for Hat Yai, bringing its economic agenda directly to the Deep South to untangle long-standing urban planning rules. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Transport Pipat Rachakit Prakan says the government will hold its first mobile meeting of the year in SONGKHLA at the end of August. The meetings are scheduled for August 31st and September 1st, with discussions centered on stimulating local economies and reviewing old urban planning regulations across 5 southern provinces. These are SONGKHLA, Satun, Pattani, Yala, and Narathiwat. Ahead of the official cabinet session, provincial representatives will gather on August 25th to pitch projects they believe can help stimulate economic growth. They will also present proposals for policy adjustments and development priorities. Mr. Pipat noted that these discussions will focus solely on development proposals rather than budget allocations. He emphasized that funding decisions fall under the Office of the National Economic and Social Development Council. Meanwhile, the private sector will have a distinct opportunity to present its own projects and initiatives that could support regional growth. That economic focus means flood management will be addressed entirely separately from the mobile cabinet agenda. Preparations for the rainy season have already been discussed at a meeting covering 14 southern provinces. The Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation is leading these emergency preparedness efforts, particularly as the Andaman coast enters its peak rainy season. Provincial governors have been instructed to monitor local conditions closely, and any additional development proposals from the provinces will be submitted through them for consideration by the cabinet. Thai exporters have claimed more than $40 billion in trade benefits under free trade agreements, as fresh durian and industrial goods lead a sharp push into international markets.
Director General of the Department of Foreign Trade, Arada Phượng said Thai exporters used trade preferences worth more than $40 billion in May 2026, an increase of about 8% from a year earlier. She said the figure represented about 81% of the total value of exports eligible for the benefits. The ASEAN Trade in Goods Agreement recorded the highest use, followed closely by agreements with China, India, Japan, and Australia. Fresh durian, goods transport vehicles, jewelry, synthetic rubber blended with natural rubber, and gold and silverware made the greatest use of the preferences. industrial products accounted for about $29 billion, or 73% of the total. Meanwhile, agricultural and processed agricultural products accounted for about $10 billion. Looking ahead, Director General Arada said the Department of Foreign Trade will continue helping Thai businesses capitalize on new trade opportunities. This August, small and medium enterprises in the Boost Up SME to FTA Markets program will travel to Switzerland and Norway. That trip will prepare them for the Thailand-European Free Trade Association Agreement, which is expected to enter into force in early 2027. Beyond that, the department will support Thai businesses in expanding into the Indian market by facilitating meetings with buyers and encouraging greater use of free trade agreements.
A quiet military camp in Pattani has been transformed into an open classroom for mutual understanding as a top regional army commander met with youth scouts to promote peace in Thailand's southern border provinces.
On Monday, Deputy Commander of the 4th Army Area, Chakrit Ujarat, visited the second batch of the Royal Volunteer Scouts at the Somdet Prasuriyothai camp in Nongjik district. He spoke with students, teachers, and guest speakers, encouraging the young participants to listen to one another and embrace diversity. The gathering is part of a broader effort to foster moral development in a multicultural society, using scouting and sports as its main tools. Running from Monday to Thursday, the program is driven by the Education Promotion Center in the southern border provinces. The core mission goes well beyond standard scouting skills. It aims to build character, teaching youth to respect different religions, cultures, and ways of life, while doing good for the public under the motto that these Royal Volunteer Scouts aim to do good deeds from the heart.
And that concludes our NBT World Brief this evening. And for more updates, please feel free to scan the QR code on your screen and explore our full coverage. Until next time, สวัสดีครับ